All right, everyone. So the OG Bloodline, according to WrestleLlama.com, is expected to move to Raw. They're citing PW Nexus. So this is not shocking because Raw isn't, look, don't get me wrong. They're still going to be paying attention to SmackDown. SmackDown will still be a big deal, but Raw going to Netflix, WWE is going to have to give it its best to make sure that big names are showing up on Raw. Netflix is not going to be happy if they find out that a lot of the talented people are on SmackDown. They're just not going to be happy about that. They want to make sure that the top talent, the top storylines are on Netflix. And so I think, certainly you probably will have people maybe jumping shows. I don't know. I don't see why WWE couldn't do that. They've done in the past. They could certainly have that. But the OG Bloodline being the biggest storyline is going to go to Raw because of this Netflix deal, especially at the start of the deal. When you're at the start of a deal like this, Netflix and WWE, they both want to make a great impression on the other one, because right now everything is great. Right now, you sat down, you came to a deal, everything is happy. It's all happy talk right now. But once the actual things get into motion and you're actually producing the product, you're seeing views, you're seeing how things are, going, and maybe you didn't hit the mark here, you didn't hit the mark there, or you're beating the mark here, you're beating the mark there. Like what you do is going to come under scrutiny from both sides. Netflix, they have to live up to their end of the bargain, and WWE has to live up to their end of the bargain. So having the OG Bloodline on Raw like this is key, just so that you continue to bring and get people to tune into Raw. That's just how it's going to go. And I do think, especially for the beginning, because we talked about this, part of the Netflix thing that I haven't heard talked about enough, but needs to be talked about, is that Raw and Netflix is going to attract a different crowd on top of already people who love to watch Raw. Everybody who watched Raw every week on the USA Network will probably be watching it also on Netflix. The hardcore Raw viewer, the hardcore WWE viewer is going to also be watching it on Netflix. That's just going to happen, right? With that being said, there's also going to be this new group of people who maybe have never watched wrestling before, who just have Netflix, who now go, what's this Raw thing? What are all these pay-per-views we have here? And they're going to tune in. And so making sure that the first experience that new people to the, wrestling business have is a good one is key. And so when you have Roman Reigns coming out and everybody, getting excited and building that is going to help get new people invested. And then once those new people are invested, they'll begin to understand, okay, not everything is this cool. Not everything is this awesome, but it won't matter because they'll understand what wrestling is. Whereas if this isn't the best product they got, if Raw is, kind of just not great, they're not going to get that carryover and people are going to tune in, then they're going to tune out. And that's a problem when you just did this massive deal with Netflix. So thank you all for watching.